delinquent, delinquent, delinquent.
This word refers to someone who hasn't done what they were supposed to do, often because they didn't want to or forgot. It's usually related to rules or responsibilities that need to be followed. Here is a sample sentence. The teenager was considered delinquent by the court after failing to pay his fines and attend required community service. In this example, delinquent refers to someone who has failed to fulfill their obligations or responsibilities.
Deliver, deliver, deliver.
To take something to someone or somewhere so they can have it. Here's a sample sentence. The pizza delivery guy arrived at our doorstep with a hot pie and a smile. This sentence demonstrates the verb deliver in action, showing someone bringing something, in this case a pizza, to a person or place.
Delusion, delusion, delusion.
It's when someone strongly believes something that isn't true, often because they want to or are trying to convince themselves. Here's a sample sentence. After her car accident, she developed a delusion that she was invincible and continued to drive recklessly, much to the concern of her friends and family. In this example, the person's belief in being invincible is not based on reality, but rather a product of her own mind, making it a delusion.
Democracy, democracy, democracy.
A system where people get to choose who makes decisions for them, and everyone has an equal say in those choices. Here is a sample sentence. The country's transition to democracy brought about significant reforms and increased freedom for its citizens.
Demolish, demolish, demolish.
To take something down or destroy it completely, making it no longer usable or standing. Here's a sample sentence. The old dilapidated building was scheduled to be demolished at the end of the month to make way for a new shopping center. In this sentence, demolished means to completely destroy or tear down something, in this case, a building, often in order to remove it and replace it with something else.
Demolition, demolition, demolition.
It's the act of tearing down or destroying something, like a building or structure, to make way for something new. Here's a sample sentence. The construction company began the demolition process on the old warehouse, carefully taking down the walls and removing debris to make way for a new office building.
Demonstrate, demonstrate, demonstrate.
This means to show or prove something by doing it, so people can see and understand. Here's a sample sentence. The teacher asked the students to demonstrate their understanding of fractions by solving a series of math problems on the board. In this sentence, demonstrate means to show or prove something, in this case understanding of fractions, through action or performance.
Demonstration, demonstration, demonstration.
It's an act of showing or proving something, often to make a point or show support for an idea. Here's a sample sentence. The protesters organized a massive demonstration in front of City Hall to show their support for the new environmental policies. This sentence demonstrates, no pun intended, how the word demonstration can be used in context. Let me know if you'd like more examples.
Denial, denial, denial.
This is when someone refuses to accept or believe something that's true, often because they don't want to face it or deal with its consequences. Here is a sample sentence. After being caught speeding, John's initial reaction was one of denial, insisting that he had been driving within the speed limit.
Denomination, denomination, denomination.
This term refers to a group or category that people belong to, often based on their shared beliefs or practices. It's like a label that shows what they have in common with others who think or do things the same way. Here is a sample sentence. The church's denomination was Protestant, and its services were known for their lively music and enthusiastic congregations. In this example, denomination refers to a specific branch or sect within Christianity. In this case, Protestantism.
Denote, denote, denote.
This word means to show or indicate something by being present or existing. Here is a sample sentence. The red flag flying above the building was meant to denote that it was closed for repairs. In this example, denote means to indicate or signify something, in this case, that the building is closed.
Denounce, denounce, denounce.
This means to strongly say that something or someone is wrong, often in a public way, and usually with the intention of stopping them from doing it again. Here is a sample sentence. The whistleblower was prepared to denounce the company's corrupt practices in front of Congress, despite the potential backlash. In this example, denounce means to publicly condemn or criticize something, in this case, the company's corrupt practices, as wrong or unacceptable.
Dense, dense, dense.
It means something is tightly packed or crowded together, with little space between things. Here is a sample sentence. The fog rolled in off the ocean, creating a dense layer that obscured all visibility. In this example, dense describes the thickness and opacity of the fog.
Density, density, density.
It's how much stuff is packed into a small space. Here's a sample sentence. The heavy, compact metal had a high density that made it difficult to lift. In this example, density refers to the amount of mass per unit volume of a substance.
Dent, dent, dent.
A small mark or impression on something, often caused by a bump or collision. Here's a sample sentence. The car got a small dent on its side when it hit the parking pole.
Dentist, dentist, dentist.
A person who helps fix problems with people's teeth. Here is a sample sentence. After experiencing a sharp toothache, Sarah made an appointment with her dentist to get it checked out.
Deny, deny, deny.
This means to say something is not true, even if it really is. Here is a sample sentence. The police officer denied any involvement in the crime, saying she had been at home at the time it occurred. In this example, denied means to refuse or contradict an accusation or claim.
Depart, depart, depart.
This word means to leave or go away from something, like a place or a group of people. Here is a sample sentence. The plane was scheduled to depart from New York at 8 a.m. sharp. In this sentence, depart means to leave or go away from a place.
Departure, departure, departure.
It's when something or someone leaves a place, often to go somewhere else. Here is a sample sentence. The family's departure from the airport was delayed due to bad weather, causing them to miss their connecting flight.
Dependable, dependable, dependable.
This means someone or something that can be trusted to do what they say when they say they will, and consistently behave as expected. Here's a sample sentence. She was a dependable friend who always showed up on time and followed through on her commitments. This sentence illustrates how dependable can be used to describe someone who is reliable, trustworthy, and consistent in their actions.